start today with President Trump's revised ban on immigration.
We have learned it will temporarily halt entries to the United States for people from 6 Muslim-majority countries who are seeking new visas. Here are the important points. A new travel ban for 6 Muslim-majority countries. Iraq now taken off of that list. The nation's refugee program also temporarily suspended for 120 days. Ultimately, no more than 50,000 refugees will be accepted annually. The executive order takes effect March 16th. A news conference just wrapped up on that travel ban.
It is the President's solemn duty to protect the American people. And with this order, President Trump is exercising his rightful authority to keep our people safe. As threats to our security continue to evolve and change, common sense dictates that we continually reevaluate and reassess the systems we rely upon to protect our country. While no system can be made completely infallible, the American people can have high confidence we are identifying ways to improve the vetting process and thus keep terrorists from entering our country.
We cannot compromise our nation's security by allowing visitors entry when their own governments are unable or unwilling to provide the information we need to vet them responsibly.
The fact remains that we are not immune to terrorist threats and that our enemies often use our own freedoms in generosity against us.
And we have team coverage right now at noon on President Trump's revised travel ban. Local 10 News reporter Glenna Milberg live at Miami International Airport. And Glenna, what's the early reaction there?
Well, it is a little early for early reaction, mostly because the people here at the airport are in the process of their own travel and likely have not even heard the new travel ban process yet. But I will tell you what a difference another executive order makes, because if you remember, in January, there were immediate protests here, largely from people coming to the airport trying to meet people who were absolutely in limbo, because in January, that first executive order was effective immediately, and so people were caught in transit and not being allowed in when they were already arrived. And that is one of the key points, I think, to take away from what we're hearing this morning, is that this is going to be a rollout. This doesn't take effect for another 10 days. And so it seems like the president and the administration wants to take the component of chaos out of this executive order. So for the next 10 days, everyone involved, be it immigration attorneys or the travelers or people or families, will have an opportunity to figure out how to handle it, whether it affects them, or how to handle travel or not. So the chaos and the protest component doesn't seem like it's going to be in effect this time because of this 10-day rollout. The other thing I think the takeaway is that this, there's a lot of talk about Iraq is no longer one of the 7 countries, and that's a very big deal. But what also is a big deal is that the people who are now exempt are people who are considered to be legal, green cards, people who already have visas, people who are dual passport holders. These are people who have already been presumably vetted and admitted to the United States, and so these are people who will be able to now come despite a travel ban. So we'll be getting reaction downstairs from arrivals in a little while, but that's the early effect on travel here at Miami International. I'm Glenna Milberg reporting live today, Local 10 News.